this team is going to the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
I want winners.
You play to win the game.
It is win or go home on this playoff edition of Friday Football Focus. Arroyo Grande hasn't lost since August. Now they try to pick off Westlake and make it 10 straight victories. Lompoc enters the playoffs perfect, but can the Braves go the distance in Division 4? You cannot spell Dos Pueblos without the D. The Chargers and their stingy defense begin their run in Division 10 against Mission Prep. Moore Park is in the playoffs for the first time since 2012. Now they look to cage the Cougars in an all-Ventura County showdown. Friday Football Focus leaves the competition green with envy.
Hi, I'm Rufus Rickno. You are watching Friday Football Focus. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Now, from the bleachers to the end zones, gridirons up and down the coast. From the largest sports team on local television. Live, Friday Football Focus.
Hey, it's playoff time on Friday Football Focus, and of course Veterans Day. Thank you to our veterans and service members. Hope they had a great day today. I am Mike Clanton. Hey, look who showed up for the postseason. 4T's.
Back for some football. I love playoff football. And it's great to be back on such a big night. We have highlights all the way from the Inland Empire to Arroyo Grande.
All right, and speaking of AG, that's where we're going to begin. The Eagles putting out the welcome mat for the Westlake Warriors in a Division II first-round game. Friday Football Focus senior reporter, you knew he was going to be there, Dave Alley, at the contest. He joins us live from the stadium.
Yeah, hey, Mike, and also Joe, always good to see you here. Yeah, always great for me to be here at Arroyo Grande, here at Doug Hitchens Stadium. A very familiar face, very familiar place for me to be during the playoffs. That's because so many great playoff runs by the Eagles through the years. They were hoping to start another long playoff run here tonight in their game with Westlake, and on paper, looked like it could be a bit of a mismatch. After all, AG 9-1, ranked 52nd in the state, undefeated here at home, but Westlake on the other side, just 3-7, but don't let that record fool you. That's because 7 of the 10 opponents that Westlake played this year into the playoffs would be 8, but Grace Brethren was ineligible, so the Eagles certainly knew that this was a tough Westlake team that they weren't going to take for granted. Tonight's game marking the first meeting between these two teams since a CIF semifinal way back in 1999. Westlake won that game, but that's ancient history to these players. After a scoreless first, early second, AG knocking on the door. Quarterback Sawyer May gets the ball and completes the drive with the short run. PAT no good. Eagles with a 6-0 lead. Warriors within score to take a 7-6 lead. Eagles get it back and get right back to work. It's May again on the keeper, somehow staying on his feet, breaking tackles, getting a first down. Eagles in business. May absolutely dominating in the first half. Same drive. Again, he calls his own number into the end zone. Touchdown number 2. 2-point conversion also for May. Eagles up 14-7. Warriors, though, would come right back and score. Jake Kaplinski finds Carson Cool, and he's cool as the other side of the pillow, as the late Stuart Scott would say. 77-yard touchdown, and the PAT tied up the game at 14. Tom Goosen and the Eagles knew they were in a dogfight in this one, but not to be deterred. AG again would get the ball and start a drive. Handoff to James Gilmet, and the sophomore finds a hole, breaks a tackle, and takes it down the field. A nice little move would put them inside the 4-yard line. Big play would set up. Who else? It's May again on the short touchdown run. Spins and scores a third touchdown to the half. After 2 quarters, Arroyo Grande had a 21-14 lead. Move into the third, about 4 minutes to go. AG would finally get some breathing room. It's Gilmet from 12 yards out. Some space up the middle. Another touchdown for AG, 28-14, but AG could not relax by any stretch. That's because the Warriors would claw right back. Ensuing drive, Kaplinski goes downfield and hits Jason Heller, and that goes for 52 yards. And suddenly it was a one-score game, 28-21, but then about 2 minutes later, AG would put 3 on the board. Colton Thieker, another sophomore, big field goal from 33 yards out, gave the Eagles a 10-point lead. That was huge because early in the fourth, Kaplinski found Michael Carter in the end zone. Touchdown number 3 for Kaplinski, and the AG lead was down to just 31-28. Move to late in the fourth, 19 seconds to go. 4th and 9 for Westlake at the AG 32. Kaplinski with a game on the line, goes downfield, but is picked off by James Rocha. A huge play there, seals up the win, and Arroyo Grande survives and advances in an absolute playoff thriller, beating Westlake 31-28.
I knew all along this was a talented Westlake team. They had been going against people that were out of this hemisphere as far as talent. So, and they played everyone relatively tough. So I knew exactly what kind of game we'd get, and thankfully we came out on top.
Yeah, their record did not depict how great of a team they were, as you could see by the three-point win. So we're happy to get out of this with a win, and we're looking forward to next week.
Yeah, it turned out to be just a fantastic playoff game. Congrats to Tom Goosen and the Eagles. They are in to the second round. They will play Valencia next Friday night. They're going to have to hit the road in that game. So Arroyo Grande will take on the Vikings. A rematch from a playoff game, second round game. In fact, 3 years ago, AG lost that game. We'll see what happens next week. They survive again and they advance. A fantastic game. Westlake, by the way, wraps up their season at 3-8. But as we saw, a very fine team this year despite that record. All right, well, we're going to see you next week in round number 2 in the CIA playoffs. So from right now, reporting live from Arroyo Grande, Dave Alley for Friday Football Focus. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot. And hey, we're going to interrupt this football program with breaking news. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. The regular co-host of this show, Senator De Los Santos, has had her baby.
Woohoo! Baby Jace Cervantes, born this evening, 6:48 p.m., 7.9 pounds, 20.5 inches long. Congrats to Senator and Rick. We'll be covering Jace on Friday Football Focus at about 2032, Joey.
Yeah, probably playing at St. Bonnie or something, right?
That's right, or Rio Mesa.
Camarillo, somewhere out there.
That's right. Congratulations, Senator. Handsome guy, right? In 2010 and 2011, Lompoc Braves won CIF Southern Section Championships. Braves are one of the favorites to win a Division IV title this year as they enter the playoffs a perfect 10-0. Lompoc outscored their 10 regular season opponents just by 478 to 44. Tonight, the powerhouse Braves hosting Carter High School. They made the trip from Rialto, and they were wondering why very early on. Braves at the 5-yard line. Ruben Cortez takes it in for the first points of the game, 7-0 Braves. After a Lions 3-and-out, Braves back on 0 from the 13. This time, Cameron Davis hitting Zeke Chavez in the flat. He does the rest. Touchdown, 14-0. So the Braves force another punt, and it's back to the ground and pound. And, oh, it's Mr. T, Toa slipping a couple of tackles, and he's going all the way himself. 21-0 as he leaps into the end zone. Yeah, powerful and agile. 21-0 Lompoc. Braves defense still dominating. So the Braves' next offensive series, Davis going to drop back, actually bobbles it, and then hits Shamar Savage, his favorite target, for the touchdown. Oh, yeah, these guys, they like to celebrate after scoring touchdowns as well. Savage having a lot of fun. Same with Davis. He says, hey, I just threw it up. I knew Savage would come down with it. 28-0.
You can have more fun in high school than the NFL.
That's right. That'd be a flag, right? Braves back down on the goal line. It's Cortez, second TD of the night. 35-0. That's why they call it the No Fun League, Joey. Next series for the Lions. And Toa blaster the hole. The strip. Braves back on offense. They almost immediately take advantage. This time, beautiful backdoor pass to Savage. Yep, he's back in the end zone again. It was 42-0. You know how this goes. The beat goes on. 11-0 Lompoc wins it by the final score of 65. Bengal, another shutout. So they move on to the Division IV quarterfinals. They're going to play at Owanda. Joey?
All right, now we move on to Division VI, where the Nipomo Titans made school history by winning their first outright league title, as they are now the kings of the Northern League. The Titans entering the postseason riding a 4-game win streak, but they had a difficult first-round game. The Titans opening up against Paraclete. These guys are out of Lancaster, and that squad beat Division II playoff team St. Bonaventure. They almost knocked up Oaks Christian. First quarter here, Paraclete gets the ball first. Their quarterback, Tony Ikea Haifo. He backs that pass up. It's intercepted, though, and Nipomo takes over. So the Titans quarterback, Nicholas Robledo. He's going to give this to Isaac Bosley. Goes up the middle. That's an 8-yard gain there. Takes it to the 8-yard line. 4 plays later, they try to kick the field goal. It's blocked. Russell Dace, he picks it up. He's going to bring it back to midfield for Paraclete. And 2 plays later, their quarterback, Ika Haifo, he finds Jamal Bell, 25 yards for the touchdown. Paraclete into the end zone. First point of the game. They would miss the extra point. It is 6-0. Middle of the first now. Paraclete back with it. Deep down the middle of the field. Bell again. You're going to hear this name a lot. He's gone. Another touchdown as he dances and high steps into the end zone. It's 13-0 Paraclete. Later in the first, Bell once again. I'm not kidding. This guy just does it all. He runs it. He catches it. This is 22 yards. And it's 20-0 now. Another touchdown for Bell. Later in the first, Nipomo with it now, and Michael Jordan, not the basketball player or the actor, but the football player,
baseball player
at Nipomo. Yeah, he does it all. This guy plays it all. He busts up the middle. 8 plays later, and a change of quarters later. A toss into the end zone. J.J. Ramirez for the touchdown. Nipomo now down 20-7. We jump ahead 4 minutes into the second. Paraclete, guess who? Yeah, Jamal Bell again, dude.
Have yourself a night.
Paraclete goes on to win 62-14. Nipomo ends their season with a record of 6-5.
The Dos Pueblos high school football team dedicated tonight's Division X playoff game to teammate Tommy Johnson, a senior. Johnson, number 2 in these highlights, literally was fighting for his life on Tuesday night and the days after. According to head coach Nate Mendoza, who I talked to on the phone today, Johnson left practice on Tuesday vomiting. He was battling what they thought was a bad cold, but was eventually diagnosed with rhinovirus, enterovirus, and strep. He was put in intensive care at Cottage Hospital, placed on a ventilator. We are pleased to report tonight that he's improving. He is now off of the ventilator. He's breathing on his own, and look at this. He sent this picture to the team today. Tommy could even be released from the hospital this weekend. 2 thumbs up to you, Tommy. Here's to a speedy recovery. Well, as for Tommy Johnson's teammates, Dos Pueblos into the playoffs for the first time since 2012. They had not won a postseason game since 2011 when they made it to the CIF Finals. Many feel that they have a great shot at making a deep run in Division X. First up, Mission Prep of San Luis Obispo, and everybody thinking about number 2, Tommy Johnson, and even had his jersey out, showing it off with pride. Now, defense was the name of the game, and early on, especially Bryce Flutterman sacked by DPs Marcellus Gossett, then Flutterman dumped by Matthew Molina. And DP Spirit section loving it. Look, they're all holding up number 2. 0-0 after 1. Second quarter, here comes DP. Kellen Roberts to Blake Irwin. Irwin, shifty runner, moving his way upfield. First down. I love that, Locks. Yeah, exactly. Let's do a Head & Shoulders commercial. Roberts, Cyrus Wallace. And then Roberts, 3rd and 15. And it's 3rd down. They're always going to Wallace. And then in the end zone, the slant. Touchdown, Cyrus Wallace. DP up 7-0. More D. It's Eric Nisich with the sack. He dumps Flutterman with authority, right? But then Arroyo's got it going. 3rd and 9. Flutterman to Jacob Christian. Too much room there. First down. Flutterman to number 5. It's Joseph Miller. Joseph Miller, he's got the hair out of the helmet as well, right?
It's a good look.
Yeah.
Good man bun look.
And then it's Kyle Contiente. Field goal. I think I lost money in Caliente. Oh, that was Mexico. 7-3, and then just before the half, look at this. It's Braden Corona to about the 20-yard line, and then Flutterman to Joseph Miller again. Touchdown. They do block the PAT, but it's 9-7 Mission Prep at the half. All right, second half. Flutterman to Timothy Miller. How many Millers they got on this team? And then 4th and 8 at the 30. You can't kick a field goal that long. Can't punt it. So they go for it and they get it. And it's Joseph Miller for the first down. And then the touchdown, Braden Corona. And Mission Prep looking for the upset, up 16-7. Back comes Dos Pueblos. Late 3rd quarter. It's Irwin. Upfield. Hair and all. Picking up the first down. Then Roberts. Little swing pass to Irvin Miguel. Miguel down the sideline, spinning. The season is on the line. Miguel, big yardage. Roberts to Cyrus Wallace, the basketball star. And then it's Irvin Miguel, touchdown, and DP rallies with a touchdown there. 2 more in the 4th quarter, and DP wins 29-16. So DP moves into the quarterfinals. They pick up their first playoff win in 15 years. Chargers going to play at St. Anthony.
Great game.
Yeah, it really was. Took a while for DP to get going, but then they were all charged up after that. All right, 4 playoff games in the books. Arroyo Grande, Lompoc, and Dos Pueblos all move on to next week's quarterfinals. Up next, we're going to see if St. Joseph's can join them. We get the Rooster with those highlights.
I love it. And then later, number 1 seed in Division 7, Pacifica, trying to punch their ticket into the quarterfinals. We're going to see you right after the break. You're watching Friday Football Focus.